Wow. Welcome to Lost Capital. This is my first stream. And yeah, look, this will be me getting better and better at trading, speaking, being in front of a video, a webcam, being live. This is my office. I'm just introducing myself. My name is Dylan. Yeah, got to stop saying Well, okay, we're off to a good start. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to share this one. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, so we can see me, and that is not what I want to look at. That is obviously my trade, but what I am wanting to look at is, how do I do this? Windows. Okay, so that's the way to go, like this. Cool. All right, that's really cool. Okay, so I'm in a trade right now. It is on Bitcoin. I have simply caught the bottom of this bull flag here. And I'm simply the reason I entered it is because there was a fair value gap here. I then you can see that it's, what am I trying to say? This is very weird. Okay, so I'm showing you my trade right now. So this is a bit of a technical analysis. This might look a bit weird to you, but right now this is me showing you specifically what I have spotted inside the market. So inside this trend channel here, I have seen a continuation. We then had this big green candle. This is, mind you, on the hourly. Now, this big green candle has then pushed above it, created double highs, or we like to call it equal highs. Now, the equal highs is told me that it's having trouble pushing past it. Now, another reason why I've also I actually took a short here today purely because it tapped this fair value gap from here. So as you can see, there is also a golden ratio number, which I'm going to get rid of just so we can have less stuff on here. Let's just let's just get rid of this alert as well. So yeah, look, this is what I'm in today, but I'm simply just watching this. But we will actually, so what I'm looking at as well right here is going to be a triple top, or a head and shoulders pattern. So here's the left shoulder, here's the head, and then it is forming the next right shoulder. Now, this head and shoulder pattern will give us 3 equal highs. Therefore, it'll probably tap this again, and then we might see a push down to this blue line here, if not down to here. This is what I'm kind of predicting. But inside this bull flag, normally a bull flag means that we are going to, you know, have another run up. So we could potentially have another, like realistically, we could bounce, come back in, hit the trend, bounce, come down, wipe out these lows here. That's liquidity. And then have another run up. So it breaks, it kind of comes in, retests for that. And then this here, so if it hits this, I'm looking to see what it does. If it breaks here, then we can kind of look at going long from there or seeing a retest to the upside. But we always, sometimes, not always, sometimes in the bull flags, we see a lot of, it breaks down and it just wipes out these lows. So it comes back to this imbalance here, which is where this fair value gap is. It collects a lot of orders in order for it to then pump up. Now, if it does do that, we could see another low down here or even down to this place here. So even if we do hit here, I would probably be looking for a buy here. Now, why have I actually taken a trade inside this bull flag? I have noticed that we couldn't break above this high here. So we could see, right? So if I zoom up here a little bit, we can see that it didn't actually push above. So it tried, came back down, closed. Tried again, and then obviously this is the open, but then it closed down here, and then it kind of did this, and then it pushed back up and it tried again and it couldn't. Then it kind of came back down and it tried and it wicked into the fair value gap, which actually I then took a sell position here and closed out around here. So this was earlier on in the day. So when it tapped there, I probably got in there. That went there. And that is exactly the trade. So it was realistically just a 2-to-1. But as you can see, this is just a 2-to-1 as well. Or that was just a 2 before, sorry. But I'm not looking for big gains. I am simply just looking, I've just, simply just wanted to trade this. Now, I'm not trying to be greedy or overtrade either. I'm just simply reading the charts. Now, no one has a crystal ball and no one knows exactly what it's doing. I'm just reading what the chart is showing me. So it couldn't push above, couldn't push above, couldn't push above again, which is where we're probably going to hit again. So yeah, and then we'll probably come back down in it again. So like it'll probably come back down, or we might break out and retest. So I don't really know right now what's going on. Or well, I do know what's going on, but I'm just monitoring it at the moment. Just monitoring it. I had a bit of a, I don't know why, I got a sore stomach. So I've got a tea here. It is my chamomile tea. Now, it is awesome. But I had some dinner, and I don't know what it was. It was a very healthy and light dinner. It was lemon chicken with ground turmeric seasoning, and I made a salad, and it was just a bit of leftover veggies, so all kind of good and stuff. But don't know why I after dinner, maybe it's the lemon or the acidic in the lemon is like playing with my tummy right now. Don't know, but it is very feel very bloated and sore. Like I don't know I don't know why. So I've got this tea to calm it down and some water. Now we could obviously sit here and watch this trade play out. What I will be doing is I can see that a lot of it has hit here. Now I will show you another trade that I didn't take this trade, but look at this beautiful trade. So what I did spot, so this was probably Tuesday, 6 o'clock. So London Open, yes, 6 o'clock Brisbane time. So I saw a double bottom, or you could call it a triple bottom, but this one formed a double bottom or a W bottom, whatever you would like to call it. It then came up. It then pushed down into this neckline. Normally when it retests this neckline and it is still like, you know, above neutral, it sometimes gives you confluence, excuse me, that we're going to run. Now I specifically put this trade like circle here, and this here, this is obviously where I put my stop. I put it underneath kind of like these lows specifically. So where it kind of bounced, obviously it went under here, but here bounced. And then here obviously went down, but here bounced. And again, bounced. So that's kind of what I was looking at. And even though I've said enter long, I didn't. I think I was asleep. Like this here, when this touched this would have been the New York session, which would have been, it says, yeah, it would have been like 5 in the morning. Yeah, I would have been awake, but not trading specifically. So yeah. Look, that's a juicy, like, look where my arrow is actually. Like, I've actually got this. This is London Open. So we could see a potential push down to TP one more time, or it could continue and break out of this. So this here, if I go to the 4 hour, this is on AVAX. So yeah, have a look at this. This is beautiful, I think. So I think this is kind of what our channel is doing. It's going like this. It's going to hit the top again, but see how we're kind of like narrowing into this trend. Like I feel like this dark blue trend has finished, and this baby blue trend is now come into play. So if we do hit this top and do not break out of it, as you can see, I've got this line here, and we've also kind of, you can see that it's just, if we hit this line here and we don't break above it, if we do break above it, I'm expecting a bit of liquidity just to kind of wipe out this high here. But if it stays under and it doesn't break above it, we're going to see a lot more downside. So yeah, look, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Oops. This is on the 4 hour, so we're nearing high. So this thing here must be really pumping. If we go back to our 1 hour, so AVAX is the money from, well, how should I say it? Capital from Bitcoin has been rotated into AVAX right now. As you can see, the AVAX is still pumping harsh. Like it's pumping. It's now oversold. I was going to get into this trade here as well, like at this high, because it did dip down, and I was like, oh, okay, it's had its run. But I've just decided to kind of just watch it, and now I've just watched it. It's just kind of done its thing. Yeah. So what else am I looking at then? This here, so I'm actually in a World Series tournament right now for Bybit with a team called the Crypto Calls. Now I'm in a team of 10, and yeah, I'm just simply just trading with them, just trading on that. So this is Ethereum. Ethereum looks quite good as well. What is Ethereum realistically looking like tonight? Um, so yeah, look, bang, 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 bang. We could see an exponential pump tonight for Ethereum, I reckon. This here, so what I am kind of looking at. Now that saying it seems forced, but we've kind of got this going on right here. As you can see from here, even boom, we couldn't push past this. So this looks like a bit of support at the moment. Oh, my tummy. So yeah, we could honestly start to see. Holy, I don't know what is going on inside my stomach. Oh. I've got a tea, I've got a piece of I've got water with me. Yeah, look, Ethereum's pumping. That means Bitcoin is still going too. So this could extend. So when it hits this here, I'm then going to bring it to a. So it would be here. So we are going to trail stop. Whoops. What? Can't spell. Oh my. Trail stop. So we'll pop that here, pop this back to here. So yeah, so if price taps this, we can re-edit. That's just tapping take profit. Top of bull flag. Now oh, top of bull flag. So we could see another tap potentially up here. And that's a close to a 3-1 ratio. Yeah, nice. But yeah, like we can lock in profits here simply just because. Now price is playing right now, Now I don't really look at any lower time frames besides the 1 hour. If I get down to, I just don't. Yeah, see, look, as you can see as well, so on this screen here, so this one is my adaptive market structure. So my adaptive market structure has all these lines here. So I'm just going to delete these ones here. Let's just zoom out so we can know what's going on right now. So let's just get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right, so we can like specifically see this downtrend, but the bigger picture, we're still up. We're still in an uptrend. So we could see how we are seeing this. We have now broken out of this wedge. what is this? 108. So I reckon we could either, like, once again, remember, look, that was the double top, the triple top, or the head and shoulders, whatever you would like to call it, hitting this blue line, right? This fair value gap we have hit. Okay, so let's come along. So we've come out and down, but it's not on the side that I would like it, so I don't think it's valid. We have tapped it and it's gone down. And if we could push and tap and go down, again, technically still in an uptrend. So if we push and break, we could retest this blue line, tap, dump, back down to support. That brings us to 108K. This here could create a bit of liquidity. All right, so there. Then, oops, bounce off there, break through the blue, sideways action here, pump to 118 level. I don't know. This is obviously just playing with the charts right now. Stomach's starting to go down, which is really good. Okay, so what does that look like? So what does that look like? And then we could what? So all right, so then it's doing that. We're in this channel. We've obviously gone like that. We could potentially break out of this, form a bit of a, like a kind of like a bull flag, come under, and then go like that, break and retest the bull flag, and then pump to 128,000, which is taking out these highs over here, and then end this high over here, and then we could potentially see another bull flag like this, and then pump to the all-time highs, which is 136, where I've got another AMS line predicted. So like that there, it looks pretty like BTC trail stop. Okay, so we kind of went down. So now we're narrowing a wedge. So that's okay. That's okay. So we're just collecting orders. Like this is, I obviously don't know either. Like this is, yeah, probability. So back to this one though. If we, like, I'm just trying to draw in. So here's our bull flag. Oops, what's going on? Yep. From here down to here, boom, 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 boom. There's another one. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, like when there's big like gaps in between, that it has the potential, like this one, but this was faked out. So this was just to like take out the liquidity from here. So if we even look at it like this, right? Like instead of this channel is still a go. So if we were to come here to here, right? Clone this, bring this bad boy up to, you see what I mean? That channel is still valid. So once, see that there is still a valid channel. Obviously, this is not predicting the future. It could quite possibly be, but it's just technical analysis, not financial advice. But what I've drawn here is simply what could maybe happen. Like if I want, like, look, let's take a screenshot of this and see how close we get. But every single week and every single day, things change, markets change, and you just have to adapt to what the market shows you. So download the image. Cool, great, perfect. Now I'm gonna next week will be the, what's the date next week? So next week will be the 10th. Okay, so the 10th at 6 o'clock p.m. Brisbane time, Gold Coast time. I'm going to do adaptive market structure. It might be a bit of a boring stream, but we're going to go through how I set up my adaptive market structure so you know what these are. Here and 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 here. Now, I've got more, obviously, so let me just here. Okay, so let's just let's select all of these, okay, and let's just folder it, group it all, rename it, and call it prediction. That is not it. Prediction. So now we've got prediction. Where are we kind of aiming the top to September? Okay, so like that, it can possibly not go like that because it doesn't seem right with the cycle. So if we kind of, you know, took it in a way where it would probably go like this into this corner here. I really don't know. No one really knows. But let's just keep it like that. Lock it all together. Just make it disappear for a sec. All right. So I've actually got a 1 month ASMR as well. So these green lines, again, what these green lines do is kind of signify where prices bend to or where they will magnet to a lot more frequently. Now, the more the lines are close together, the more, how do I say this? The more choppy and volatile the market will be. So, you know, like coming up here into this, like we could obviously see like a big bounce. See how there's a big gap in here? There's no lines in here. There's no 1 month lines in here. That means to me, that signifies or gives me confluence that once we pump or break through these three lines here, after we've done kind of consolidating or just playing around, after we go like this, like this, like this, it'll kind of then break through. You know what I mean? Now, like if I was to simply just, you know, do that, like this is kind of what we're then looking at. Okay, so like, and that's kind of the way that we just have to look at it, type of thing. I mean, that's the way that I'm looking at it. You don't have to look at it the way that I look at it. I'm just looking at it a specific way. So, yeah, that's adaptive market structure. I've shown you a bit of my technical analysis. Things are going to get a lot more cleaner. This is my first stream. Yeah. So let's just go back to, okay, so we've kind of created a bit of a wick here anyway. So let's just have a look. And if we do go down, I know I said that I don't, but if I did go down, we kind of, all right, so we've formed like a bit of a double bottom on the RSI right here, okay? So what we will see is this kind of come down maybe to the neckline of this before we have that another pump up. The reason I don't kind of like watching this a little bit is purely because it is quite messy. Now, the market plays again with your emotions, but the best way to trade is trade detached. So, yep, we're going to keep it to the same. Once this TP has been hit, we will then either close out the trade, depending on whether it does a big push through it, or it like struggles to push through it, like all these candles here. Look, put it this way. Look, this here is already a head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, back up, testing the neckline. So right now what I'm looking at is if this doesn't push to here, which we will then be, so I guess like this is a good reason, I guess, to come down to the lower time frame. I'm only learning every single day, you know. I'm still learning, will always be learning. I am a student of the universe, student of trading. That has helped my stomach. Holy poo. So let's just name this neckline, okay? And tap. So now that we can see that as a bit of a clearer picture, right? We'll go like this. Left shoulder, coming down. Head, tap the fair value gap, coming down. Right shoulder, coming back down to his arms. Now, we can kind of see that we almost tapped up here. We're looking for a tap up here before it does fall back down. And if it does, we're going to fall down to around here. So whether we want to be very risk on and trade, so this is the, I would say that that's the neckline right there. We will make him fat. That's the fat neck. Let's actually make it green. No. Hey. Let's make it yellow, a fat yellow. Okay, so this is kind of what we're looking at, and we're on the 30-minute. That's, well, it doesn't scare me. Nothing scares me. But let's go back to the 1 hour. Okay. Boom. We're in London Open anyway right now. So see this, sometimes I don't know what this means. Look at this. Is it like matching what it like last night's one? It does that all the time. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's have a look. See, and then it's small. So what I think we will do is, see, and I could play this as like it could hit here. I mean, see, on that, what's stronger though? What's stronger, the 1 hour or the 3 hour, 30-minute? You know what I mean? Look, this is showing the head and shoulders, but it's also showing the head and shoulders as a big one. As a big one. Now, I'm thinking as well to only do around our streams. Our streams is just purely enough to be in front of the charts, I think, and to give people other information, or even just to have people watch if they want to. I don't really know. I'm doing this for me. All right, so we've got a lot of the bears are trying to come in the game right here. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I think right here I'm just trying to analyze price action. On the 1 hour, it does get a bit silly, especially on the 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is leave it, purely because what this has also done on the 30 minutes has created a fair value gap. So the fair value gap is here. If this guy here taps it, he could push under, fill a little bit of orders here. Now, if he does, he will continue down. But if he doesn't, he will fill the orders. That order that he fills inside here will then pump. So let's go back to the 4 hour, let Bitcoin do its thing. This is the bigger picture right now. So this here is like, see, you can kind of see where I'm getting at with this channel. Now, this channel, obviously, ding, 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 could hit there, but we could potentially also see another channel there. So technically, like, it's still in a down but uptrend. You know what I mean? See, look, this is it. I've got a channel in a channel. Trading channels. Well, I finished my tea and I feel a lot better. I really do. All right, so now that we've got that as well, let's just kind of let's have a look at let's have a look at the volatility index. So the volatility index. All right, so as you can see, I've already charted something up as well. Maybe next week I'm going to start fresh, have nothing on here. It really just, I mean, yeah, even if I do, I'll just restart. You know, you never know what you could see or miss out on. So, yeah, we'll do that. Cool. Rightio. All right, see how we've started as a high. So this here, all right, we're going to see a lot more. This is pushing down. When the VIX goes down, Bitcoin dominance goes up, vice versa. If this goes up, Bitcoin comes down. So at the moment, we're in a bit of a, and I'll delete that, but we're in this channel, as you can see, and it is kind of descending. So the descending, like, look at that shite. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful price action. All right, cool. Well, yeah, beautiful. Well, we will go back to our watch list, back to Bitcoin. So watch, and it's got an inverse correlation. So boom. So even when we did start high again, we came down. Okay, cool. So what's actually happening? By the looks of things, we are on our way down. That's a hard push. It's on the 4 hour too. That is a hard push down. So we could be seeing a little bit of a tap into here. So we've got this, this, and that. Bing, bak, boom. So we went high and now we're pushing low. Yeah. Z. Well, back to Bitcoin. Not on that one. Okay, see, look, let's just, we've tapped into this fair value. Oh, wait, hang on. We've now tapped in. This tapping is grabbing orders from this imbalance right here. Now, it's not a big imbalance. It's only on the 30-minute, purely because if I go to the hour, the balance is here, and technically it's still not formed yet. So even if I was going to back this one, we were to come back to here, because there was a lot of buying power in there. So we have come down, even if they're, boom. See, look, yeah. So it'll, see that? It's bounced after. See, I reckon, no, we're going to tap in one more time. or it's just going to straight. But see that it's tapped the fair value gap. If I look at the hourly is stronger. The higher the time frame, the stronger the confluence. So it is tapped that. Look at that wick though. Even though we pushed it down, see, all right, there's the second tap. That second tap is giving me more confirmation that we've just come to pick up more orders so we can push more upwards. I mean, who the fuck? I don't fucking know. Well, I've also bought some water as well. This water is just to settle the stomach. Excuse me. So, as you can see, the buyers and the bulls are having a bit of a fight. The buyers and the bulls, the bears and the bulls, fucking animals. They're having a fight, having a scrap. What the fuck's going on? I want to buy. I want to sell. Well, it's not that. It's specific traders or specific intuitions. Oh, fuck. Institution. Banks and institutions. Fuck. Having a fight. The big boys are simply going, buy now, sell now. Buy now, sell now. And then the retail traders are like, what do we do? Buy, sell, 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 buy, buy, buy. And then there's me. Yeah, that makes sense, does it? I don't know. Anyway, let's let that run for a little bit. Let's have a look at, let's just chart up a brand new chart. All right, so these are the other coins that I have been watching. So for example, let's just click TR. All right, so I normally start on the daily. Well, actually, before we do this, let's just go back to this. I was having a look at XRP. Look at those bull flags. So we fucking created a bit of a bull flag or a symmetrical triangle or a descending triangle, whatever you would like to call it. But there's the stem and there is the flag. So what's actually happened, it has actually broken out of it, faking people out. So then it's actually come down, retest the flag before it took a run. Now, what we're doing and seeing right here, this is on the daily, but that run was beautiful. Now, specifically as well, let's just go like this. All right, so that was the run, clone. We don't need to clone it. We'll just go like this. That run should be very similar to here. See, it really is. Okay. So anyway, so what we're looking at is liquidity. Boom. We wanted to sweep out these people right here. Well, swept right there. But since this is on the daily, we could okay, didn't quite come down, so we could potentially see another sweep. All right, people think, oh, okay, it's a green candle, fucking green, but price could actually come down, tap this fair value gap, wiping out more orders and people's orders here before it comes inside the triangle again, breaks out and either retests before the shoot, or it just, you know what I mean? So what we will do though is Leave that there. Okay, let's go back to tier. Going back. All right, let's chart up tier. Oh, what the fuck? Where did that all come from? I swear there was no fucking. Fuck, tier looks fucking good. Honestly, if you guys should be buying tier right now. Fuck me. Like what is once weakness does become strength. Holy shit. Look at that. If we push past all-time highs again from where it is right now, or we make it back up to, that's a fuck. Jesus. In the next year, that's not going to happen, okay? That's not going to happen. But in the next year, I'm looking at probably like a 12-month bear market. But in altcoin season that we are either coming up to or slowly making our way into right now, I think we could easily go bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bong. You know what I mean? Like, even if we go from here to here for tier, and do we reckon it's even going to be like that? I don't even think that's a 400x. Nah, fuck that. That's not likely. So let's just go back down to this. Even here to, yeah, I reckon we could make a, in a 60 days. 60 days. Okay, so what are we in? October. September. No. Are we? September? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. September we're in. October, November, December. Yeah, look at this. 60 days. 60 days. There is a potential for a 350x gain in 60 days. Yeah, let me fucking pull this actually so you can fucking see this properly. And even if we were to actually pull this all the way down and actually put it to here, we have actually hit the fucking, it's not the midpoint, nor it is like an entry point. That is simply an entry point right there. So right fucking there, look, if we are fucking going from here to here in 61 days, that's a 400. You know what I'm saying? It's not financial advice. And when is this? The 2nd of November. That is quite likely. We're going to just leave that there. All right, next one. Well, is this what I clicked on? No. Anyway. Ooh, let's just delete this. Jeepers. Okay. All right. Even if I do go like this, we could be getting back up to, golden ratio 618 to the 50%. Yeah. It's possible. It's quite weak, isn't it? It's quite weak. So, well, The here though, can you really? So let's just chart this out for a bit. Boom. Okay. Yeah, why not? It's first mark. All right. Second one. Probably where we kept bouncing from. We kept bouncing from here. So where's okay. Okay, right there. Right there. Well, that makes more sense. So it could be a bit of a play and a bounce around here. Up. Oh, drinking this water, flushing the body. That's for sure. All right. Well, let's just go back to Bitcoin. Let's have a look at what was going on. Okay. So we're still playing with it. Still playing. Still playing. 650. What we can do as well is next week, I'll come back to this trade purely because obviously it would have been finished. But what we can do is come back to this trade, come back to the trade, review it if it won or lost, you know, and kind of just get better that way. We're scientists here, you know, we're all trialing things to see if it works or if we have an edge or understand the market. I don't know, but we're all scientists here. It's all trial and error. Whoa, what was that? So if we go to the 30-minute, popped into the pocket. That's grabbing orders. Grabbing orders. Grabbing orders. Grabbing orders. This is the Bitcoin halving events as well as the bull markets, bear markets as well as the bull markets. Anyway. All right. So let's just go back to the 1 hour since we're executing on it, and we are sitting inside this bull flag. So let's just make these like fatties. We get that. Here we go. Make them fatties. We got one here as well. Make it a fatty. Oops, wrong fatty. All right, this one. Fatty. Okay. So I'll be a lot more cleaner next time, but as you can see, there is a bit of a bull flag and a head and shoulders pattern. So it's very interesting to see these. So this is, we don't actually even know, purely because this is on the hour. Like, am I getting silly string analysis maybe? But like, is there such thing as bull flags small like that? Like, because you zoom out to the 4 hour, it's not even a fucking bull flag. But we're at this channel where it's formed a bit of a bull flag, but it's also formed a bit of a head and shoulders pattern. It is forming to touch the neckline. If it does form and touch that neckline and continues that way, we'll probably break out of here. But no. Let me say that again. So if If it comes down to here, see, this is the thing. It has hit this and it has bounced from it. Therefore, this could potentially hit the neckline, the fatty yellow, then it will drive down. Now, I don't know if it's going to drive all the way down or just drive into this imbalance, this fair value gap where there's a lot of imbalanced orders. You know, price could be like, I'm hungry, eat it all up like it looks like it's doing, and then it's going to, or you can fucking absolutely just drop purely because it looks like what this is a bit of consolidation instead of a bull flag. I mean, whatever you would like to call it. But simply put, I'm going to stay on here for 10 minutes longer just so we can watch price action do its thing. Whether it does stay above this whatever fair value gap. So simply we've tapped in it there. And then the next hour being 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. So if we then draw it proper, so we've then fully tapped into it. We've come down. Now, I also like to say that if the candle closes below 50% of the fair value gap, it's invalid. It's just one of my rules. So we're seeing it inside the fair value gap right now. We are collecting orders from this big inducement candle. It is pushing hard. It is closer to 7 o'clock. What we're doing is simply waiting. Simply waiting. So we will wait. While we wait, we shall have it. Okay, see this? Boom. Boom. Anyway, it is getting closer to that time for me to go to sleep. This has been a good stream. Really has. Started off with a bit of a sore stomach, but yeah, no, it disappeared. Okay, that's XRP. All right, well, let's just stay patient. Jump back on the hour. Ooh, the 30-minute. It's an ooh. It's an ooh. Look, we'll stay in it for 10 more minutes. Now, if I was looking at a trade right now, what I am looking, well, specifically because I'm still in one, I think, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to fully start again, just take away all of this stuff. Like, as you can see, there is a, let's just go down to here. Whoa. So that's just extended. That's not where it's going. But look, you can kind of see my big picture. Here's my technical analysis. Support, resistance. Equal highs. I wouldn't call that an equal high either. I just wouldn't. 7 o'clock.
It's turned on.
What the fuck? So, as you can see, I feel like this is equal highs right here. Now, we could be forming the next equal high, which does give us that 130 mark, which is what, like it could. Boom. Boom. Whoa. And boom. They're equal highs. Normally what happens with an equal high, that it's even if this does, it'll form its bit of a, left shoulder, head and neck, right shoulder, neckline. What do you reckon? Maybe not. Down to there. Well, that's October. It's on the daily. So, look, I don't know. We could, I don't know. I don't know. That is very interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. November the 10th. Interesting. Well, yeah, look, no one knows for sure, but hey, technical analysis. Looky here, we have created more. It is coming down. It's coming down. It's 7:03. We'll wait until 7:10 just to see what this price action does. After that, I will follow you up next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we will jump in the charts again and have a bit of fun. This is all fun. This is interesting. We're scientists. Look at that. Wow. Well, you know what is really good is this is a liter water bottle. I have kept my fluids up today. And just remember to drink water as well. If you ever have a sore stomach, to flush the body. Your body loves water. Look at that big push down before another big push up. 6 more minutes. All right, so I was going to say, so we have pushed past the 50% line, but we haven't closed. So what it could do is wick all the way down. You could just wick all the way down, then reverse. So, or it could just continue to push down and it hit our, we could literally, it could probably come back. So is this the neckline? I wouldn't say so. The neckline's up here. So let's just bring this neckline down to here. So even on the 30-minute, let's just bring that down to there. So we're just refining this nail. Look, that's a big red candle. We are under the 50%. We are coming back to. So what could technically happen as well, that it just taps into this fair value gap again before another big pump. Now, purely because we are just an hour into the London session, what sometimes happens is that everyone just needs to rebalance before they can start putting in a lot of ammunition. So we could see another push down to the entry. Now, the entry could be that tap into the fair value gap that it needs, all that power to then push to the upside. Or it could simply invalidate it and hit my stop. Thinking in terms of probability rather than trying to be right. If it goes my way, woo. If it doesn't, woo. Purely because we are scientists and we just learned what price could do. So yes. $7.07. Last bit of me water. Look, it's been a great stream. I've had a lot of fun. I really have. I've actually had a lot of fun. Well, it is now 7:09. I'm going to end my first stream here. I will then touch base with you and make sure I journal this trade so I can show you next week on what actually happened, whether it hit my stop or it went to TP. Until then, I do thank you for watching. And yeah, look, welcome to Lust Capital. My name is Dylan, and this is the end of the stream. Bye for now.